FNSJ3 at the Tech CU Arena. Lake G, 7-0. He's going to be taking on Bobby Seronio, who is 5-0. This is a bantamweight fight, Nexus Jiu-Jitsu versus Team Seronio. Now, Bobby Seronio is known as a humble warrior. And let me tell you, both of these guys have very good records, both undefeated, and they've both fought very serious opponents. Great competition in the past. These guys are really going to bring it. Both these guys are from the Bay Area, NorCal. We should expect to see some really good action here, AJ.
Both these guys being undefeated, I don't think either one of them want to have their first loss here tonight. So
who does?
Who does? We're going to see these gentlemen putting it all out here on this ring at the moment.
Wow.
Bobby with a big home crowd advantage, I'd say.
Yeah. All right, let's throw it up to Garrett Fertig in the ring to introduce these gentlemen.
Fight Night San Jose now presents our professional main event presented by Purple Lotus, scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds of MMA in the bantamweight division. Introducing first, the blue corner. He stands 5'8", weighing in at 135 pounds even. He brings a flawless 7-0 professional record to his Fight Night debut with 2 knockouts, 2 submissions, training with Nexus Jiu-Jitsu from Orville, California. Please welcome Lake G. And now he introduces his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner. At 5'7", his official weight 135.6 pounds, returning to Fight Night, he too stands undefeated, 5 victories without a defeat. Out of Team Seronio, and fighting out of Vallejo, California, the humble warrior, Bobby Seronio III. The referee, Jonathan Romero.
I could tell. All right, Fight Night, San Jose 3, main event, Lake G, Bobby Seronio the third. Bobby's in the black shorts, his opponent Lake in the red and white. 3 5-minute rounds, MMA. Incredible night of fights, and we're looking to finish it strong. Oh, calf kick.
Leg kick by Bobby.
Yeah, big calf kick. And then Lake kind of moved in, landed a shot of his own.
Bounced right back up.
Bobby's looking at his corner for advice. That was interesting. Some eye contact, listening to his coaches. And Lake is really driving, AJ.
Yeah, he can't seem to get his hands locked here, so it's going to be kind of hard to finish that takedown, especially with how wide of a stance Bobby has. And he's got the underhook, so beautiful takedown defenses here.
Lake looking for that inside trip. The crowd seems very involved in this fight.
Nice exchange of body punches, knees.
Still stuck in this corner. Lake pressuring Bobby up against that ring post, ring pad.
Bobby can't really do much here besides utilize that underhook he just got. That's a big key to changing position.
Well, Lake's doing a pretty good job at wearing on him over there, pushing on him, trying to slow him down, take some of that piss and vinegar out of him. Already over 2 minutes into this first round.
There we go, Lake finally out of the corner. Let's keep his back off the ropes here, though, so he doesn't get trapped back in that corner again.
Yeah, Bobby's working that overhook, trying to fish for that underhook on the other side. They're exchanging knees in the clinch, but neither one's really landing that big. Looks like Lake complaining about a groin shot, maybe. Oh, like I said, some groin shots.
There's a knee right up the middle.
Yeah.
He's got 5 minutes, so he's got plenty of time. Just catch his breath.
And I always say there's no reason not to take the time. If you got hit in the groin, take as much time as you want.
I know firsthand, those are probably some of the worst feelings to feel in a fight. Right back to same position.
That's why I always wore a metal cup. If you hit me there, it's going to hurt you. Man, more pressure from Lake. Real big pressure, pushing hard. Lake still grinding on that pressure in the clinch. Throwing the body shots, looking for that trip once again.
Nice inside leg trip. No icing.
90 seconds to go here in the first of 3 rounds.
Lake just grinding away with the pressure here.
Yeah, like I said, trying to maybe wear him out a little bit so he's not firing on all cylinders right out the gate. Maybe he's concerned about some big shots, real crisp striking
Bobby
from Bobby.
firing some knees back. Bobby's got to sit and really use that underhook to change the position here. Staying in the corner is just, it's not going to work when you got a guy just leaning with all his force and might forward. Uh-oh.
What's happening here? Looks like we have a choke, potentially being set up, front choke.
Yeah, head's out.
All right, 40 seconds. Can they trade and make something happen? Oh, good double leg there off the jab.
Trying to get an outside leg around to put the icing on that takedown. Inside leg dump. He's got the hands locked here, so should be able to finish this takedown. He's just got to find the right angle.
Well, like we talked about earlier, the ring ropes really throw, really throw a wrench in your spokes when it comes to wrestling. From both sides, it can make it just awkward, right?
Couldn't agree more. You know, a cage, you got that base, that platform to kind of push him up against. Where the ring, at any moment, you can either slip out, put a leg outside the ring to get a little bit more of a base to defend. Great first round.
Yeah, I mean, this is pretty evenly matched up fight. Physically, I can tell these guys are very, very close to the same level of physicality.
I'd have to give that first round to Blake. Beautiful outside leg kick from Bobby.
You think just Blake with that forward pressure has got it?
Forward pressure, the control, keeping him in the corner. Wasn't really able to finish the takedown though, but I would say based off a controlling position there.
Yeah, he controlled where the fight took place, right?
Exactly.
Let's go. Second of 3 scheduled 5-minute rounds. Main event. Fight night, San Jose 3. Eric Apple joined by AJ McKee. And we're having a good time at this beautiful venue. And we are into some action already.
Bobby rocked him.
Yeah, Bobby landed some shots already.
Overhand right, follow up with a left hook, mixing it up with some kicks.
Yeah, the Vallejo fighter really getting crisp with those strikes.
Like trying to establish that range with that jab.
Bobby's got his hands real low because I think he's worried about the takedown. Oh, big right hand.
Big right hand.
Faking the single.
Blake kind of backing him into the corner, mixing it up with strikes. Now Bobby in with a takedown attempt here.
Interesting. That kind of surprised me to see him on another double.
Nice sprawl by Lake.
Yeah, good hips, pushing all the way back. And that's going to wear down Bobby, isn't it?
Definitely. If he can't get under him, it's a lot of pressure he's carrying on top of the shoulders here. He's got to be careful coming up here. He's subject to taking some knees.
I don't see any reason. Okay. I was going to say that Lake could have just ridden that out and really just kept grinding on his head. Oh, showing the uppercut is Bobby.
Bobby knows the takedown's coming,
Yeah.
so he's got to show him something. Nice straight right.
And Bobby really biting down on that mouthpiece and throwing those 1-2s.
I'd say Bobby getting
Nice.
the better of the exchanges here. Lake wanting no parts. Straight into a takedown.
Great penetration.
He's kind of got the Khabib style figure four to the legs.
Straight out the bat, yeah. As soon as he got that double leg, figure forward those legs so he can kind of ride up and almost, I don't know, it's almost like a half mount, sitting on those knees. Okay, so 3 minutes in the second round. Lake has time to put in some work.
Bobby's got the underhook, or the overhook here. He really wants to get that underhook and start to try to work his way up. That way he can bring his knees closer to his chest and take away from Bobby's, what is this, the leg triangle.
Oh, now he's up
Straight
in a
into
full mount. Now this is going to score in the minds of the judges, isn't it? I mean, this is a very dominant position.
Very much so.
Some elbows there from the top. And Lake doesn't seem too over anxious to get crazy and lose this position. He seems like he wants to stay here.
Well, he knows he's got a good position. This
Yeah.
is a winning position, you know. More of the aggressor in the jiu-jitsu realm.
Nice strikes there.
Now he's starting to ride high on the guard, and he's able to posture up and kind of go to work. Bobby's got to move here. This is not a good position. Lake raining down some elbows, nice short elbows,
I mean,
grinding away.
the strikes aren't massive, but they're enough.
They're enough to definitely make you feel it and be like, this is not a good position to be in.
Is Lake really going to step out to a big lead here? It looks like he might be. Now, I don't know if this is enough to finish the fight, but he's definitely dominating. Wow.
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 Beautiful stoppage. He definitely caused some damage there.
The nose is bloodied of Bobby Seronio, the third, and Lake G.
Grinding it away.
Yeah, he got that mount and he wasn't giving it up. Very impressive. I mean, heavy hips. Very impressive. Bobby Seronio being consoled in there. That's his first loss in 6 professional MMA fights. Lake G moving on to 8-0. The Nexus Jiu-Jitsu fighter from Oroville. Pretty impressive, both these guys. Very evenly matched up as far as physically, but once it got to the ground and he got that basic control, Lake didn't mess around, didn't waste any time.
No, maybe that's why he's so persistent on that takedown attempt. He knew once he got it to the ground. Let's take a recap here.
Just kind of a flurry from the top.
Nice high guard, pinching the knees, not allowing him to move at all.
I mean, to be honest, I think we could have let it go a little further. Bobby didn't have massive damage. They were just an accumulation of medium-sized shots.
Medium unanswered shots.
Yeah, true. Well, we call them medium because they're not happening to us. Maybe if it was if we were the ones being punched in the face, we would say that. All right, let's go into the ring for all the particulars. It's Garrett Furtick.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Jonathan Romero steps in and waves off our main event. 3 minutes, 33 seconds of round number 2. Declaring your winner by TKO and still undefeated, Lake G.
8-0, an impressive record for Lake G. Looking like the man here in the main event at San Jose Fight Night 3 at the Tech CU Arena. Scott Coker, Gilbert Melendez putting on an amazing show. Great action. Really, really enjoyed this.